What's up, y'all? Ronald Kent's Comics and Coffee. Here I am again. This is gonna be a real quick, just to let you know what I thought about it. Aliens Earth. Are you watching Aliens Earth? I'm hearing that there wasn't a great response, or the response expected was not delivered. So I don't know if people are all aliened out, they don't want to watch this or what. But I tell you what, I watched the first episode. It's 8 episodes. When it first came, I watched the first episode and I got all like boom, because I stopped watching. I remember seeing up to Aliens 3 in the movies. That was back in the 90s. So I've seen 1, 2, and 3 that I recall, and I think I watched Aliens and Predator. But all those other little ones I never watched. But what it did get me excited for was to go back and watch those first ones again, because Alien Earth is 20 years prior to the Aliens, the first movie. I was like, yeah. So I had to go back and watch that. I went back and watched Aliens 1, 2, and 3 so I could watch Alien Earth. Alien Earth is good. If you like aliens, you will love Aliens Earth. Okay. Now, you have these, I'm not going to go too much into what it is, in depth what it's about. But I'll tell you, the way it ended is very open-ended. Once again, we're dealing with these open-ended shows, and we're not even sure if we're going to get a season 2. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, in that sense, it's kind of annoying, because we got to the end, the synths take over, okay? Wendy and her crew, but she's no longer calling herself Wendy, and she's not even calling herself her real name that she passed on into the synth, to the droid. So she basically, her and her little crew of kids, they basically take over. She has now the ability to speak to the aliens, okay? She could speak to them, yes. So that's a nice little piece. She also, they all look up to her as the big sister, because she was the first. She was the first of the experiment. So, it's like, okay, yeah. So she's kind of leading the team. So the last episode was called The Real Monsters, or something along that line. So the way it ended was like, are her and her crew the real monsters? Because they've gone through and pretty much annihilated all the people that raised them to be what they are at this point. No, they're not the real monsters in my point of view, because in my point of view, these people were using them for their own gain and benefit, and would chuck them and cast them off as needed. So they're not the real monsters, but they did what they had to do to get where they needed to be in order to survive. So they used survival tactics in order to, be able to continue to exist. Alien Earth. My recommendation is that you take time to check it out. It's a great show, and I think you'll like it. So if you take a look at it, let me know what you think. All right. Till next time, y'all. Peace.